Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode of Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today, I want to bring up something I heard while I was doing my daily routine, taking my dogs for a walk early in the morning, listening to some Jocko, and unfortunately, I can't find the actual podcast that where I heard the thing that I'm getting ready to talk about. I've been searching for it. Again, it just depends. The way my day works is I'll get up and I have the same routine every morning, and I'll listen to the Jocko stuff. And depending on where I'm at, I'll either, I'll try to like the video so I can go back to it. And obviously I must not have did that because I can't find it. But anyways, I'm listening to this Jocko podcast and he's doing this interview. And these guys are talking about perishable skills, all right? And it really just piqued my interest because they were just talking about certain things that you do in life that you learn, okay, skills that you learn, you can, kind of maintain and keep those skills. Because once you learn about a certain subject or a certain thing, in some instances, you don't really need to continue really hammering down into that, on those skills. You just got this knowledge and you can obtain, you have this knowledge that you have with you and you can kind of share that and so on and so forth. But there's certain skills out there that you learn and you have to continue to develop, because if you do not, they diminish, they go away, okay? And some more than others, you kind of can still learn some things here and there and kind of just stay sharp at it. But there's certain things, as in like jujitsu, that you absolutely must continue to practice and get better at. Otherwise, those skills go away. Now, I get it. And the reason why I bring this up is because, these last couple episodes I've been talking about letting yourself go. The one video was don't do it, meaning like don't take a break right now and then like come back after the new year and then have to start all over, so on and so forth. And so I was talking about this with my class last night in a couple classes about these perishable skills, meaning, for instance, for me, I've been training jiu-jitsu for over 20 years, okay? And I study jiu-jitsu. I watch jiu-jitsu instructionals. I watch matches. I watch my own students' matches. I train Monday through Thursday, twice a day in jiu-jitsu, and then on the weekends it's once a day or whatever. But with all those skills that I've developed, okay, over the past 20 years, I know a lot of jiu-jitsu, okay, a lot. But if I was to stop training and take a break because of whatever, maybe life, or maybe I just got tired of it or whatever, and I decided to come back 3 months later, 6 months later, whatever later, my skills on the mat are not going to be the same, okay? I take a break from running. I take a break from lifting weights. I take a break from taking my vitamins that I take every day. I take a break from my healthy eating habits that I do every day. And I take a break for those for months, okay? 3 months, 6 months, whatever. For one, my health is not going to be the same, okay? If I stop taking the vitamins that I take. My health is not going to be the same far as like the weight that I'm going to end up putting on after 3 months or 6 months. My jiu-jitsu is going to be highly affected because I haven't been practicing it. And now I'm 20, 25 pounds heavier and I'm not eating as well. I'm not hydrated as well. My game isn't as sharp as it used to be because I'm just not practicing. My hands aren't going to be the same because right now they're really callous because I train so much. So my fingertips and my hands are they're just used to the training and the gi and everything like that. And so they're not my skin isn't peeling off my fingertips. I'm not getting these burns and mat burns like you do when you first start. And so there's certain things like that, all right, that will diminish, that will just perish and disappear on you if you do not stay with that, okay? There are certain things that you can learn and get, all right, where it really doesn't affect you that much if you take a break from it. You can come back to it and you still have this knowledge. I would have jiu-jitsu knowledge, right? but my actual skills on the mat to utilize that knowledge wouldn't be the same, okay? Because I am no longer using that, all right? Along with my health and everything else. I can't take a break from these certain things that I just mentioned and expect to be the same individual 3 months from now, even a month from now. It cracks me up because we always have these little conversations in jiu-jitsu class, like after the weekend, okay? Good morning to everyone that's hopping on. I had a student yesterday. He's lean, okay? He's a young guy. He's like mid-20s maybe or something like that. Good shape. Like, gi comes open. You can see abs and definition in the chest. And like, you can tell he's a very fit individual. And he's like, man, coach, this was just last night. And he's like, over the weekend, like I gained 6 pounds, and then after practice, he weighed himself and he lost the 6 pounds, And I said, yeah, man, like that's just how it works. Like, during the week, you're getting after it. You're pretty disciplined and you're coming to class and you're training. And then the weekend comes and we don't have classes at night. Like we don't have a Friday evening class. We don't have a Saturday evening class. We don't have a Sunday evening class. We have morning classes on those days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we don't have evening classes. So you're not working out as the same, and you're probably eating a little bit differently on the weekends. You got a little extra, you got some desserts, you're probably drinking a little differently than you are Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday. So you're going to put on a good 5 pounds or so, right? Depending on who you are. Then Monday rolls around. And a lot of people are sucking wind, man. A lot of people are like tired. They're not feeling as sharp and as good as they did like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because they're being affected by the Monday or by the weekend on Monday. That's just a couple days, okay? And I think all jiu-jitsu coaches can relate to this or can see this. Like if you're really observant, you're paying attention to your students, you can see the body language and the facial expressions and the way people are moving and how they're reacting after the round on a Monday versus like the middle of the week. Or let's just say, because we had some students that I haven't seen in a while show up yesterday. We're talking weeks, if not months, all right? They haven't really been consistent. That sticks out like a sore thumb, right? Like you can see some students where like they haven't shown up, like, they took the weekend to have a little break and then they come back on Monday. But then you have those students that haven't been there in forever, and now all of a sudden they come back and you can tell they look different, they're rolling different, they need time off, maybe they walk around during a round on the mat or whatnot, and it's just not the same, okay? So it's a skill that diminishes, that perishes, that you absolutely must keep up, okay? And again, I bring this stuff up because it's November 2nd, 2021, and it's just that time. It's that time for Thanksgiving. It's that time, for Christmas. You go to the Walmart, you go to the mall, you go to Costco, Sam's, and there's Christmas stuff everywhere. You get into those holiday feelings. And family's coming in town, maybe you're going out of town, and I'm just begging my students to like, hey, if you go out of town, take your gi and no gi stuff with you. Find a school to go train. I'm sure someone's going to be open to be training, right? Take your running shoes with you. Go for a run, do some push-ups, air squats, like some crunches. We do these exercises on the mat where we call them X-choke crunches. So the legs are open in the air, legs are up. And you got to crunch up and make an X, like you're X choking someone from inside your guard. And then we have the triangle drills where you throw your legs in the air and you figure 4 your legs. And, we do 20 of those each class. And there's quite a few individuals that are really struggling with that because their core is weak, right? You can tell like when they come to class and we do our warm-ups, that's the only time they are working on their midsection, that they're working on their core. Outside of that, there is no effort to do that. And so I can see the struggle when I'm watching the students warm up. And so I ask the students like, man, guys, like you have to hop out of bed an extra 10, 15 minutes early, do some push-ups, do some crunches, just do a little something extra each day to kind of get you, just staying right there where you should be. But if you're not doing anything, like you don't do any ab exercises, And then you come into class and I'm asking you to do that. It's going to be really hard, okay? And again, you're not eating right. And then you come into class and now you need to train. And it's one thing after another. So there are certain things in life that I'm pretty sure all of you guys that are watching have a knowledge at and that you're good at. And that you really just have that knowledge and it's just yours to keep. And you don't really need to do much else to keep it, all right? But then there's other things in life, like everything that I just talked about, that you absolutely have to stick with. Otherwise, it disappears on you. You no longer have it. And again, I can have the knowledge of jiu-jitsu in my head, but I'm not able to utilize it and put it into action because I'm not actually keeping my game sharp because I'm not training as much anymore. My hands are weak. My grips are weak. I'm tired. I'm gassed. I'm more prone to injury. I see that all the time. I got quite a few students that when they skip class and they come back, again, they're holding their back, they're holding their neck, they're holding their arm, they're holding their knee. And it's not jiu-jitsu that's doing it to them, it's themselves because they're just not keeping themselves in shape. So when they come back, they're just more prone to pulling something and tweaking something. And it's just one thing after another. And it's really tough to watch, okay? Not being judgmental, man. Someone said something about me being judgmental. It's not that. It's just I want people to do good, and I think I want individuals to do better than they want to do better. Is really what it comes down to because I know they can do better. I know they want to do better. It's just they're not putting the effort to do better. So when they come in class and they're doing the techniques or the drilling, they're really struggling. And it has a snowball effect into everything else that you do. So perishable skills, okay? There's things that you can get away with not really kind of learning more than what you've already attained. And then we have all these other things that I just mentioned to where like you absolutely like lose everything, okay? I was actually making another joke last night, like we're just kind of laughing, me and another student of mine, Luis, because we did Nogi Worlds. And the effort and the amount of energy that it took to get ready, to get in shape, to prepare, and the rounds that we did, and the things that we had to put our bodies through to get ready for the tournament, and then to get our weight to a certain weight class, took a lot of work. And it just takes like 2 weekends. And we are feeling, one of the students yesterday say, bloated, heavier, don't look as good. Like I know for sure, like what I look like now compared to what I look like getting ready for the tournament, I was definitely more defined. I was more in shape. I was leaner. People tell me all the time, man, you look skinny. I'm like, there's a difference between like what I looked like a couple months ago preparing for the tournament. And then now I don't have a tournament and I'm just kind of, overly eating. Okay. I eat healthy foods, but sometimes I just overly eat those foods because I'm not watching my portions like I was for the tournament. So I don't look the same. And I definitely can tell when I train, it's not the same either. The amount of heat that I can bring into a round a couple months ago versus now, I can still bring the heat, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as when you're preparing for Nogi Worlds, all right? So going into the holidays again, it's just a cry, like wherever you're at, take care of yourself. Like, again, enjoy the holidays. I'm not saying to not enjoy yourself, but take care of yourself, especially in the world that we're living in right now with all the stuff going on that's out there. You have to absolutely take care of yourself because if you don't, your health will diminish. That's perishable, right? Like you just letting yourself go to a point where it just starts to get really bad, along with the other skills like jiu-jitsu and whatever else outside of jiu-jitsu that you need to be staying with. You need to stick with it and keep sharpening that blade every day or every week so that you can continue to grow and get better. Because if you don't, you lose those skills, and that's not something that we want to do. We want to get in a position where we can go further. You got this far. Let's see how much further you can go. All right, so I'll leave it there. I gotta head up to the academy, get some deadlifts in and some dips and some stuff like that and some ab work, and then it's time to teach and train some jiu-jitsu. All right, so you guys have a great day. We'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.